Shoot.
Just overall feelings, Coach, about this one?
Yeah, I got beat, obviously. Thought we did a good job of getting back into the game there before the half, just couldn't sustain it. All three phases, we got to get cleaned up, or that's what's going to happen against a good football team. You're going to get beat pretty good. So it'll be very black and white to our guys what we need to improve in a hurry, and we have to improve that going to Minnesota for those practices in the game so we can be a little more competitive.
Clayton really showed a lot with his legs tonight in terms of not just scrambling a couple times, but also making sure negative plays didn't happen. What do you feel about his play, and especially that part of the game?
Yeah, just that. I mean, he's a mobile guy. And I think some of that, too, is the timing of the play got a little bit off. So when he's expecting guys to be where they're at and they're not, that's what's going to happen, maybe one or two bus protection or whatever, but things that we can get cleaned up. But I think he did do a good job of getting us out of trouble a couple times, extending some plays. I thought he operated well in the 2-minute, which was good to see. So he'll have some things like everybody, just like after a win or loss, that we got to look at and clean up, but I thought he did a good job of that.
I know it's only preseason, but giving up over 500 yards to the Kansas City offense, is that a concern with you?
Yeah, it's a concern. When the ball goes over your head, it's a concern. So we won't win many games if we do that.
How would you grade Isaiah Simmons' day today?
I got to watch the tape on that. I know he had the one penalty, which was bang bang. It was a good physical play. I didn't a couple times in coverage, might have lost leverage, but we'll go back to the tape and get him cleaned up.
High a time or two. How do you fix that?
Say it again, Josh.
Clayton was high a time or two. How do you fix that?
Yeah, I think he's got to step into throws and make sure his hand's over the ball. A couple times he's sailed a couple. They're working on that, but a lot of that's not just the delivery; it's footwork. So, but at times it can be hard when that rush is barreling down on you. So, we'll get that cleaned up.
Thoughts on the Dortch play? The first contact was like the 5-yard line, but he drug some guys almost into the end zone there.
Yeah, I thought it was good. He's tough and scrappy. You know what I mean? So is that the one that they ended up calling back? Yeah. So it's a review. That was the review. But then I think we punched it in there. So it was a good play by him, though.
8 penalties for 82 yards. Would you attribute that? 8 penalties for 82 yards. Would you attribute that to a lack of discipline, lack of focus? Where do you think that stemmed from, and how do you try to fix that moving
forward? I don't think it's lack of focus or lack of discipline. It's lack of technique. When you play with bad technique, you get penalized, and that's what happens. So you have to obviously get that corrected, knowing that they kind of go in waves a little bit, and sometimes that's how the crew's calling it. But we got to play within the rules, and typically when you get penalized, it's for bad technique.
Concerned at all with Marco Wilson or Dennis Gardeck?
No, I think Boyd went out with some ribs, and Gardeck had a little bit of a knee, so we'll get back in there and see where we're at with them.
Deontay had a decent amount of playing time today. How nice was it to finally get him in game action?
Yeah, I thought he looked good. I mean, he made some runs. He made a couple guys missed. The touchdown run was pretty special, so it was good to have him back in there. That was his first exposure in a live game. I know he was laddered up pretty good. He had a good attitude. He did a good job. And the O-line did good when they were in there with him to open up some holes and create some displacement.
You also had him and a handful of others returning kicks. What was the thought process?
We're looking at everybody.
Why would you say you wanted to see Clayton play that long, second, third, and into the fourth?
I think he needs the reps. You know what I mean? For being a rookie quarterback, he needs the reps to be able to see different things. And Spags is really one of the best defensive coordinators there is. So he gave us a lot of looks, and that's good because that's what real ball is. So I thought he handled it well. He changed a couple of protections, changed some points in the run game, missed a couple too. You know what I mean? Get us out of bad plays. He didn't do that, but it was good. I wanted to see him play.
Talked about him using his legs to kind of extend plays. How challenging is that for an opposing defense where you think, okay, we got him, and then all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you that, with a guy like that, you got to defend a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So our guys are versed on that, but there's going to be times, that's the NFL today, there's going to be times that there's a free runner, there's going to be leakage at times, and you got to, extend plays and make plays with your feet. So I thought he did good with it.
I feel the communication was with Drew and Nick.
It actually kind of was pretty seamless. I thought kind of the same as last week. Drew being up there, I thought that they handled it well. Iz was down. I know he was on the headset with him, so I'll talk to Drew about it tomorrow and see where he wants to go.
You had a lot of drops today. How do you clean that up? A lot of drops, receivers. How do you clean that up?
Yeah, we got to have soft hands. You know what I mean? And it's repetition. You know, they're working at it every day. Sometimes that's how the ball bounces. But, you know, when you do get open and we hit those guys, we got to convert those because they're missed chances. You know, and that's, you know, honestly the difference. They didn't have a lot of drops. We had some drops. Not the difference of the game, but those things matter.
I know it's just the second game of the preseason, but a lot of those things will be cleaned up and we're working on them. What aspect are you most disappointed in, other than the loss?
Honestly, the explosives. You know, I think that whatever it was, they had over 300 yards in explosives. I think they had 8 or 9 explosives. You're not going to beat anybody like that. So that's one of our core principles of defense. So truthfully, that's what I'm most displeased about.
How did you feel Cole in that first unit offense?
Did good. I think they didn't convert a couple third downs, but I thought the operation was good, and we had some plays in there that he hit. He was good.
How much of this is just playing the Chiefs?
Yeah, it's a good football team. It's a good football team. So, but that's, I mean, it's every team in the NFL is a good football team, and if you don't play the type of ball that you need to play on all 3 phases versus anybody, you will get beat. And so we got to make sure that we give ourselves a chance to win.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.